So that's why I'm calling on Congress.
Hear that applause from the left?
The Right to Organize Act, the PRO Act, and send it to my desk so we can support the right to unionize.
Basically force people into unions.
And by the way, while you're thinking about sending things to my desk, let's raise the minimum wage to $15.
Right, so there we can put more restaurants out of business. All right, that's yeah, okay, it's enough.
Let's raise the minimum wage to $15.
There you go. We will tell you what to pay. We will tell you everything. The government will run your life. You see, you have to understand something. Tyranny is natural. People don't dislike tyrants. You know how many people died at Stalin's funeral? Crushing each other to death because they so loved the man. They loved him. People love powerful regimes. Some people don't. They're called dissidents. They're honored by those who love liberty and individuality. The notion that the individual human is precious is not a left-wing value. The state is precious. And that apparently accords with human nature. This will, it's not intended to, but this will offend some of you. The utter, pointless wearing of masks outdoors is a perfect example of the herd instinct conquering rational thought, conquering the individual. Okay. Number 9.
We need to ensure greater equity and opportunity for women. And while we're doing this, let's get the Paycheck Fairness Act to my desk as well. Equal pay. It's been much too long. And if you wonder whether it's too long, look behind me.
Well, do you understand that? If you wonder why it's too long, look behind you. Oh, so look behind me. Uh-huh. Yeah, women are really suffering in the workplace.
That's the old equal pay thing.
That's, I know, it's the equal pay thing. Send me another bill to control more of America. That's what it is all about. I'll sign it. Yeah. There's no bill I won't sign. If the state takes over more of people's lives, I'll sign it. Country was founded on the glorious idea that we should be free, that the government should only protect our rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's it. That's the only purpose of government. The rest we leave and we build our own institutions, the Rotary Club, the church. And they did. Americans did. That was the strength of the country. I feel, and this will sound a bit odd, and I acknowledge it, I actually feel choked. I don't breathe as freely as I did a few years ago and all of my life in America. I happen to be, people are sensitive to different things. Some are sensitive to light, some are sensitive to noise. I am sensitive to contractions in freedom. Send me another bill so that I can further control this country. The government is so wildly larger than it was ever envisioned to be. And people like it. Give me your soul, I will give you a benefit. Number 10.
To win that competition for the future, in my view, we also need to make a once-in-a-generation investment in our families and our children. That's why I've introduced the American Families Plan tonight, which addresses 4 of the biggest challenges facing American families and in turn America. First is access to good education. When this nation made 12 years of public education universal in the last century, it made us the best educated, best prepared nation in the world.
So he's going to outline the 4 biggest challenges facing American families today. The first is access to a good education. The country spends more per pupil than any country on earth, with the possible exception of Switzerland, which, of course, is so small compared to the U.S. it doesn't even count. Why don't we have the best education, given how much we spend per pupil, including black pupils? How come? Who's been running the schools? Republicans or Democrats? I'll tell you what, let's compare 100 homeschooled kids, knowledge, just knowledge, not even, forget psychological health, just knowledge, with 100 high school graduates, anywhere. Number 11.
Adding 2 years of universal high-quality preschool for every 3-year-old and 4-year-old, no matter what background they come from, puts them in a position to be able to compete all the way through 12 years and increases exponentially their prospect of graduating and going on beyond graduation. The research shows when a young child goes to school, not daycare, they're far more likely to graduate from high school and go to college or something after high school. When you add 2 years of free community college on top of that, you begin to change the dynamic.